Hey guys, the Super Review Show for another episode of Why You Should Watch. This is a show where I break down movies and TV shows that have significant meaning in my life or just in general, and I think they're just that good. You should definitely check this movie out no matter what. But as the title of this video suggests, this is about why you should watch the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Now, this is, without a single question of a doubt, a cult following movie from the 70s, specifically 1975. For people who are like my mom, and certain members of her, like her friend group, whatnot, they were huge fans of this movie when it came out back in 1975. It's, without getting too much into the story details, it's basically about this couple, this young couple that gets accidentally stuck on the side of the road. Basically, I'm butchering. I haven't seen it in a little while, but just forgive me. They end up at a hotel, like a Hotel Transylvania type of place. But it's also this is a movie I do recommend you watch if you're like literally 18 and older, maybe like 15 and older, depending on what age you're at. There is a lot of sexual references throughout this movie. There's a lot of comedy throughout this movie. There's a lot of, not violence per se, but just like some suspense here and there. Meatloaf's acting debut is in it too. R.I.P. to Meatloaf. We love you. Bad out of hell. And Bad out of hell too. But yeah, Meatloaf's in it. Barry Bostwick's in it. It's got a really good cast overall. It's one of those movies that has a very, very significant cult following. And it's since fall is just finally coming on the corner here in the U.S. at least. And in different parts of the world it might be different for you, but I mean, in the U.S. though, Halloween is getting closer and closer, and this is a movie I do recommend you watch around Halloween. There's the songs, the time warp. Let's do the time warp. That is where that song came from. That movie. It's also been performed as a musical. It's also been performed as a play. But it started out as this movie from 1975. It's almost 50 years old. It turns 50 in 2025. Hard to believe, but it's true. This is a movie, like I said, it's got a lot of sexual references, and I like to keep my Super Review Show PG-13, but I'm not going to go X-rated here or R-rated, but I'm telling you right now, this is a very sexual movie. Like, there's a lot of scenes with people in the lavish underwear and stuff like that. It's a very unique movie on its own too. I will say that. It's definitely not like your typical Halloween movie or your typical. It's a movie you could watch at any given time of year, but I feel like it's particularly brought up a lot during Halloween season, during the fall and whatnot, because it has that horror element to it. If you have never seen this movie, I do recommend you see it. It is really a thrill ride of a movie, for lack of a better word. There is it's hard to compare it to other things because it really is just its own thing. It's a movie / musical / comedy / love story. It has Meatloaf in it, his first acting role in it, if I'm not mistaken. But this is a movie everyone should watch it at least once in their lifetime. Everyone should at least watch this movie once in their lifetime. It's from the 70s, as I said. 75. And it's just weird. The best way to describe it is weird. But it's a great movie overall. I don't see how people would not watch it during Halloween, given that we're in September now. We're getting closer to the fall and all that stuff. I think that this is actually a really solid Halloween. I don't want to say Halloween because everyone's like, oh, watch a scary movie during Halloween, like watch Evil Dead or watch Halloween or watch Friday the 13th, whatever. Right? Those are all great. Don't get me wrong. But if you're looking for something a little bit outside the box, instead of just watching Halloween or Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street or The Terminator or whatever, watch Rocky Horror Picture Show. It's one of those movies that has a cult following. It's a stone cold classic, and it's such a unique. The best way to describe it is weirdly unique. It's a weirdly unique film to watch. I don't really have much more to go off on it, but I will say though, it is a very oh man, this is a strange movie to watch sometimes. It depends on which movie. I mean, if Bill was here, it's like you should get high and watch it. But I don't think that you should get high. I'm not a drug addict. I don't do drugs. I don't smoke. I don't drink alcohol at all. But I will say though that this is A very interesting movie to see no matter what. So, anyways, but have you seen Rocky Horror Picture? Since fall is coming around the corner, I wanted to do a why you should watch video for this movie in particular, about why you should watch the Rocky Horror Picture Show. It's a classic movie from the 70s. It fits that Halloween fall vibe, if you will. If you have never seen it, shame on you. But if you have seen it, jump down to the comment section below, share your thoughts on this movie and on this video as well. Thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. Don't forget to follow us on our social media accounts as well, simply at The Super Review Show. But for all of your why you should watch videos and many more, keep it locked on The Super Review Show. The J-Man is off to rock. And let's do the time warp again.